everyone, today my dad bought me an exciting new book called Lift the Flap Questions and Answers About Space. It's packed with over 60 flaps to lift, revealing fascinating facts about space. This delightful book answers all kinds of space related questions. Just lift the flaps and discover answers to what, where, when, how, which, what, and even yes or no questions. It's written by Katie Danes, beautifully illustrated by Peter Donnelly, designed by Susie Harrison, with space expert Stuart Atkinson, and edited by Jane Kisholm. Be sure to check out their website for more. Let's dive into the book. We'll start with Chapter 1, which asks, Where does space begin? You can find this on page 1. We'll cover the first 2 chapters today, with more episodes to follow, starting with where. First question, where have people visited in space? The furthest humans have traveled is to the moon, although unmanned spacecraft have ventured much farther. Astronauts now often travel to a floating home known as the space station.
A space station is like a big house in the sky where astronauts live and work while they orbit around the Earth. Inside, they float because there is no gravity, and they do special experiments to learn more about space. The International Space Station is one of these homes in space, and it's been up there with astronauts since the year 2000.
Second question, where is our planet in space? We're located in a vast collection of stars called the Milky Way Galaxy. Earth's address will be Planet Earth, Solar System, Milky Way Galaxy, Universe. The universe includes all of space and everything in it.
Earth is like a tiny house in a huge neighborhood called the Milky Way Galaxy. We live about halfway out from the center of this galaxy, in a part called the Orion Arm. From here, Earth orbits the Sun, along with other planets, as we travel through space together.
Third question, where do rockets take off from? Rockets launch from sites known as rocket launch sites, spaceports, or cosmodromes, which are typically built in large flat areas far from towns and cities.
Rockets take off from special places called launch pads, which are found at space centers around the world. These launch pads help rockets safely start their journey into space.
Fourth question, where do astronauts go to school? Initially, they attend regular schools and later study subjects like math, science, or engineering at the university. Special astronaut training follows their university education.
Before astronauts go to special astronaut schools, they study in regular colleges just like other students. They often study subjects like math, physics, or engineering to learn a lot about how things work. After that, they go to places like NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston to train and become astronauts.
Fifth question, where does space begin? Space starts about 100 kilometers or 60 miles above Earth. It doesn't start suddenly, but where a blanket of gases called the atmosphere thins out and gives way to space. Now let's turn the page.
Space starts about 100 kilometers above Earth's surface where our atmosphere ends. This place is called the Kármán line, and it's like an invisible border between the sky we see and outer space. Once you go past this line, You're in the vast open space where astronauts and satellites float.
Sixth question. What's inside a space station? It has everything astronauts need to live and work. In the book, you can see an astronaut repairing a panel. Seventh question. What do astronauts do all day? They conduct experiments, exercise, eat, sleep, and sometimes go on spacewalks or do outside jobs. They even work out in zero gravity. Eighth question. What makes me float? On Earth, gravity pulls everything to the ground. But in space, there's very little gravity, so things appear to float. Ninth question. What's this? It's a new space rover designed to explore Mars and send information back to Earth.
Inside a space station, astronauts have everything they need to live, like food, water, and places to sleep and work. Astronauts float in space because there's very little gravity, which makes them feel weightless. Every day, astronauts eat, drink, exercise to stay strong, and do science experiments to learn more about space. A long time ago, we have sent space rovers to Mars, which travel there on a rocket and land carefully on the planet's surface. Once on Mars, these rovers move around, take pictures, and collect dirt and rocks to help scientists learn more about Mars.
10th question. What's a galaxy? Our galaxy is named the Milky Way. It's a massive collection of star systems, gases, dust, and dark matter. Galaxies come in different shapes like spiral, irregular, lenticular, and elliptical. 11th question. What else is in space? There are more stars, planets, moons, lumps of rocks called asteroids, lumps of ice called comets, and lots of empty space. Scientists also believe there's a lot of invisible stuff called dark matter and dark energy. 12th question. What are stars made of? They are incredibly hot, exploding gases that shine as they burn. Did you know some stars can be bigger than our sun? Amazing, right? 13th question. What's the solar system? It includes the sun and objects that orbit it, such as Earth and 7 other planets. Stars have their own names and systems too. Next question. What can I see in the night sky? You can see the moon, many stars, and the Milky Way, which appears in a milky trail. Some planets are visible too. They look like stars but are less twinkly. Final question. What is a cosmonaut? A cosmonaut is an astronaut who works for the Russian Space Agency. While astronaut means sailor of the stars, cosmonaut means sailor of the universe.
Stars are big balls of gas that are mostly made of hydrogen and helium, and they shine brightly in the sky because they are very hot. A galaxy is a huge group of stars, dust, and gas that are held together by gravity, and our own galaxy is called the Milky Way. When you look up at the night sky, you can see stars, the moon, sometimes planets, and even shooting stars if you're lucky. The solar system is where our planet Earth lives, along with other planets that orbit around a big star called the Sun.
Okay everyone, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I'll be creating more episodes for you. So, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. See you soon. Bye!